couple different people ask me how to channel. Like, how do I do it? What's the process? And I am not an expert. I do not have a school on Channeling 101. But I can just share my experience. And if it resonates with you, that's amazing. So, a couple years ago, I really just started by tapping into my intuition and really leaning into information that was coming to me from a more emotional sense, from my heart, from my gut, and less of my head. Leaning into a feeling, a knowing, and accepting it. And not a feeling that was coming from like fight or flight nervous system, stressing you out, like this knowledge. The intuitive hits, that kind of knowing, was always delivered very gently, very subtly, very supportive. It's a little quieter though. Rather than that monkey mind, it is more subtle. So that was the first step, is leaning into that. Then in spaces where your frequency is high, being in nature, meditating, moments of stillness where you really release the distraction that's going on up here. I had a sense that somebody was trying to connect with me, that a being was trying to give me information, an energy. That's what it was an energy. It didn't have a name, it didn't have a face. And over time, it grew to have a name and a face. And it really, for me, wasn't until I had done a past life regression, and I had done several by this point. And the first ones were very like, okay, I was a man in a Viking village situation. I was a young girl in like the Western expansion of the United States. So like kind of normal-ish lives. But in this regression, it was all channeled information, and it was a full connection with an Arcturian being who was originally, I could just feel her frequency. She was an energetic being. She was not in physical form. Later, as I was more attuned to that energy, I was able to see her in physical form and see different parts of her existence in her dimensions. So it was a gradual thing, a leaning into it, because it wasn't just a one and done, like, oh, hi, I'm an Arcturian being, and now you're going to receive all the messages from me, and my wisdom will be stowed upon you. No. It honestly was like Tetris pieces falling in place. A little bit here, a little bit there, like lining up, because then she's not the only frequency that I am able to channel. And over the course of 2 years, as also me tapping into my own intuitive abilities and being able to sense and read energy more. As an empath, you absorb the energy in a room. But rather than absorbing it, can you allow it to kind of flow through and around you, but not necessarily become stuck in you? Can you detach and observe that energy? Because when you can do that, you can like sense the energy and see beyond the veil. For example, I'm going for a walk. I come upon this beautiful tree. I'm like feeling the energy of this tree. It's magnificent. It's huge. It's been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. You just have this knowing that it has been there. And then instantly there's this hit. This happened to be in a Virginia battlefield area. Sorry, the windows are open. It's lovely here. You're going to hear cars. But it was in a Virginia battlefield area. So it had that instant hit. It's beautiful. It's old. I was walking right by it. You could feel the energy. It has seen the Civil War. Instant hit. I see soldiers hanging from the tree. Instant hit. This is the hanging tree. Everybody knew it was the hanging tree. There was a plantation there. Saw slaves, former enslaved humans hanging from the tree. So it's not always a great gift, but the more you lean into, again, tapping into that energetic field and not letting it wash over you, which when it happens and when you see humans hanging from a tree, it's shocking, it's scary. When you see another human who then you have a sense something is amiss and they shift into a non-human entity, and that's a story for another day, reptilian. It's not always a good thing. Can be a little frightening, a little concerning. There were times when I'm like, I am seriously losing it, but sitting with it and allowing it without really attachment to outcome. Like, is today the day I am going to get the message? Is today the day that I am going to connect with other dimensional beings? Yeah, you just have to release attachment from that and allow and trust what you're hearing. Trust that it's true. Trust that it's real. Trust that that is the message you were meant to receive at that moment in time. And then, my puppy just busted through the door. And then, knowing that, I know, just a minute. What was I going to say? And then you know that the Tetris pieces will eventually fall into place.